We got to go into game. We're actually going to do PenguiN versus Bly. They've changed around the order a little bit to make it a bit more sense out of it. Just because of the fact that there are issues with players who are currently forfeiting and stuff. So we're going to do PenguiN versus Bly here, the ZvZ to the bottom right hand side. And it is going to be the red player. It is Bly. And to the upper left hand side it is going to be a blue Zerg player. PenguiN has both opened with the 12th pool here in game number 1 of this series. Wardy basically only has 2 music styles, this shit and my dance. Really? You think? I play like everything. Not everything, right? But like, well, there's certain stuff I don't play on stream that I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of piano music, a lot of classical stuff like that. I listen to a lot of heavy music as well, which I don't play on stream either. But I play like a good mixture of like, I feel like I still could play a good mixture of a lot of different things on stream. A lot of different things. How's everyone doing, by the way? Thanks for joining us here for day 2 of the OSC Masters Cup. Excited to be here. Well, for the Ling fight already starting up here in this first game. Ling on Ling action as we're going to be seeing Bly actually kind of dominating the fight though, and it's going pretty well for him already. That trade-off. 3 seconds lost for PenguiN, 1 for Bly. PenguiN keeps the feelings to the side here, but Bly saw them going there and he leaves his own Lings, enough for them to fight this and enough to win. Continues across the map. Bly takes a worker lead, drones up a little bit now as he pushes across the map to try and just do a little bit more as well. But with Queens being out, there shouldn't be too much of a too much of an issue defensively any longer for PenguiN. That Queen actually really does change the pacing of a Ling-based Ling on Ling fight quite dramatically, and so Bly will just maybe trade out here, but at the very best he's just going to trade out somewhat evenly. PenguiN even still just winning out this fight. You've been seeing a couple Queens and drones on the way up then. I mean, it's kind of weird because 12 pool against 12 pool will just lead you into this sort of mixed, kind of macro-y, kind of weird game where both players end up just droning and playing forwards into the mid game, because what else can you really do? You're both gasless, neither of you have gas to work with to all in just yet or to follow up. And so you're both left just building most likely in towards the Roach play. Although it is possible to see a late Ling speed or something along those lines as well. Can we see these feelings coming around the left hand side already? Feelings to the left. Things actually going to start moving through. Going to come in towards the main base. Have a little bit of a look to see what's going to happen. Zerg's come in and pick off a drone as well. I mean, that's always nice if you can get an extra drone kill. Worker count is pretty kind of similar for now. I mean, again, we're expecting the game to be fairly similar. PenguiN's taken just slightly faster gas than Bly, just about 80 gas earlier. 80 gas is what he has mined as Bly starts to mine. I was just going to see PenguiN throwing down the third hatch. Bly's third hatch a bit faster, so small trade-offs here. PenguiN straight into the lair, and I imagine Bly will be aiming for the same thing. Straight to a lair, then a Roachron and Evo chamber most likely, although the potential of meters is there as well. See what's going to happen. As you just see, well, on the way up on either side, Roachron on the way up from either side as well. Really just building up into this and seeing the mid game develop into a very standard sort of Roach sort of setup. But I'd say it's quite the worker lead right now. 51 workers going up to 55 here now. Whereas PenguiN will start to make a few Roaches. That little bit of a difference is something that could just put Bly so far ahead moving forwards, but he is behind on the Evolution Chamber. Which means he will be behind on +1, and that could be something which hurts him here. Let's see what he does with the lair. What does he go for into that Spire? It's something that Bly loves to go for, the Spire play, but he does just start Roach speed for now. Looking as though he is just going to play the Roach style. And there's a Spire too, okay. He is going to play the Spire. He does love to play the Spire, so throwing that down, gets that set up and ready to roll. And I see a few drones just over here, and that's going to be working their way through that third hatchery mineral line. Again, Bly's 60 works to 45, but can he survive this attack from PenguiN? PenguiN started building up roaches so much earlier, and with what will be a faster +1 for him as well when he hits, it's going to be difficult for Bly to really make the most of this. I mean, he's only had the income lead for about a minute or so, and so it hasn't really kicked in just yet into an army supply advantage. You can see Bly delayed droning for about a minute, delayed work unit production for about a minute, and while eventually this graph will become a bit steeper for Bly and overtake PenguiN given time, the question is, does he have that time? Because PenguiN is already knocking down the rocks, closing in on his bases. You know what as well, PenguiN does know the Roach Warrens over here, and what a pick-off that could be. If he comes up and kills this Roach Warren, well, what does Bly do then? The Evo Chamber as well could also be a good target. PenguiN, +1, going to finish for him very shortly. We'll back away now. May just try and attack in towards the third base instead. Just trying to keep Bly guessing, keep pulling Bly around. Love the single creep tumor highway that's being built here to allow reinforcements to come across quickly. Two Queens, Spinecrawler in position. Defenses are set up here, of course, from our defensive third player Bly, and that will be one of the advantages he has to work with to help him survive on this higher worker camp. But so far, PenguiN is starting to push his way through this army. I think Bly just doesn't have enough to really fight against this. Roaches continue to make their way through. And it looks as though PenguiN going to be able to just break this third base. Drones already pulling away. Drones are going down. PenguiN 30 army supply ahead still. And it's one of those positions that's going to be very hard to clean up now, as Bly went into a few mutas to start helping to clean up. But these few mutas are going to take so long to clean out all of these roaches. Already 20 workers down and more dropping every few seconds here. As we're going to be seeing these corrosive Ravagers continue to get picked off. Reinforcing roaches come through. And the mutas are just not going to be enough from Bly to turn this one around. A little bit greedy here, going roaches and mutas at the same time while also droning to 60. He just wasn't ready in time for this big +1 roach attack out of PenguiN. And so PenguiN is able to clean up, and that should be about that. Three more drones continue to get picked away at here. 28, 29, 30 workers continue to go down. And as these drones continue to drop, this is pretty much just going to be game. And as we're going to be seeing the roaches continue to just pick away at other bits and pieces. I mean, 36 workers killed. What do you do to come back from this as Bly? I mean, you'd have to have the Mutalist Micro of the century to do enough damage with these to make up for everything you've just lost here in the last few minutes. Meters back up in towards the center. Obviously with the goal of just trying to harass a little bit. Obviously they want to try and do some damage, but Bly's so well protected. Spore Crawl's covering pretty much everything you could imagine. A few Queens up. I mean, there's only 3 Mutalisks, and that's the issue for Bly, right? It's not even a good enough number to do that much damage, even if he did find openings. You know, they're going to be even so slow just to get rid of drones here. The Queen's coming in, the Muta's taking damage, and again, Bly just lost out to this timing attack. He really did. And so now he is in issue as we see those Mutas coming in towards the center of the map. +2 missile attack, and you see the Hydralisk speed on the way up as well. Muscle Augments coming through. As you see these roaches of PenguiN just going to be able to pick off these last few roaches again. He's just harassing once more. Even more drones going to go down. I mean, again, the Mutas will start to work their way through this, but it just takes them so long. And that's what we're sort of seeing right now. Drones keep on dropping. Twelve workers killed. The Mutas getting picked off also. So those roaches do keep on going down. And those roaches from PenguiN going to come around the right-hand side as well. Mutas flying through, and Bly going to take a little bit more damage here. Roaches from PenguiN are going to move on through towards the third base as well. And they are going to be able to work their way through these drones. And again, just continue to do damage. I mean, Bly is not one to give up early by any means, but I think PenguiN is also in a situation here where he could just start to push across the map and really end this. So let's see if he... I mean, he's moving some drones, roaches across every now and then. I mean, he sees how little Bly has. Surely you can just go and just go attack, right? I guess the Muta count is building up a little bit, so a few more Hydras might be a little bit safer, but... yeah, we're going to see PenguiN Just going to move into the middle once again. Hydras turn around, we are going to see the mutas just going to be able to poke their way against the Hydras poking their way through the mutas. Again, not a lot of anti-air actually in this army in terms of the Hydra count. It's not too crazy. A few queens though with transfuses will actually go quite a long way to helping out. There's the GG. Bly gives it up, and now PenguiN lump on into game. To the upper left-hand side, losing the first map here, it is going to be our red Zerg player. It is Team Experts Bly. He's up against the blue Zerg bottom right-hand side, PenguiN, who this time is not going to go 12 pool, yet Bly will go 12 pool. 2 games in a row, back-to-back 12 pools. We've seen this so much. This happened yesterday in Masters Colosseum that we were casting. Back-to-back 12 pools been going crazy lately. Absolutely insane. Now, it is a pool first out of PenguiN, so while he is not going 12 pool, he will pool first into hatchery, which is the safer way to play this out, and which will give him naturally a bit of an advantage against the 12 pool of Bly. And so, pressure is on for Bly to get enough damage done with this. Now, the good thing about the 12 pool against the pool first is that the hatchery comes down later, and so it has less health when you arrive generally. And so it is actually possible to... it becomes a bit easier to kind of force the cancel and get rid of the hatch. And while your own hatchery will start up as well, it means you will take the hatchery advantage. So that is something which is... which can work out well. There's a couple of things coming through the center of the map. So Bly moving through here, looking to see what he's going to be able to do. Going on the way up on either side. And again, 6 Zerglings of Bly going to move on forwards here. And, well, Zerglings come out already for PenguiN. That's the thing about the pool first, like, it just puts you into such a safe position, and initially here Bly can turn and fight, and he will have another couple of lings coming in shortly. Nice micro from Bly. He's not losing his Zerglings when they go low on health. He trades 3 for 1, similar to that last game. That's that 3 for 1 trade yet again. This drone is down here as well to maybe try and help out. 2 more Zerglings on the way once more. Again, PenguiN's just got more Zerglings starting to produce, and that's the issue. For now, he didn't actually add on more Zerglings until very recently. And that does become the issue now as Bly going to try and get that hatchery kill again. That could be huge for him if he does it. He gets a good surround on this little fight down here. Ling's going down, 2 drones as well. And this damage would put Bly now just kind of 2 workers away from kind of joining up in terms of worker count with his opponent. He's going to come back in here, going to try and fight once again, and getting another couple of link kills. Now there's Queen in a little bit of trouble, and it will get surrounded. PenguiN obviously not expecting any further aggression just yet. Lings are trying to get that surround, but this Queen is slippery. It is getting away, and the drone's being pulled in, actually doing a pretty surprising amount of damage to these Lings over time. Queen will now fall. It will go down. 1 single Ling left to chase it. It will go down, but not much left over anymore for Bly, and extra Queens coming into play will make this a defense. So that is a defense now, as we're going to be seeing the 3rd Queen just going to push out a little bit, looking for Overlords to kill here. Bly looking to try and find anything he can to return into an advantage in this. Extractor's coming down in the main base and in the natural. And these couple Queens just going to come underneath this Overlord and go for that pick off, as we were previously mentioning. Zerglin gets picked off, as we're going to be seeing these Queens. Just going to be defending their drone right there. Rotron and an Evo Chamber from PenguiN. And a couple of creep teamers just going to push on up through towards the upper side of the map now already. Starting to push in that sort of direction there. As drone comes out, Bly will be throwing the 3rd hatchery down in just a few moments. A lair on the way on the main base. And about halfway done right here, as we see. Again, +1 coming up here from PenguiN. A couple of Queens on their way back. We are just going to see these couple of Queens of Bly pushing on forwards to chase this Overlord away through the top side. Hatchery coming down from PenguiN as well on the third base. Bly's Hatchery a little bit further ahead, so his Hatch a little bit further along right now. That link speed is continuing to come up here as well. A few extra drones going to finish up. And just continue to set up into this. Bly once again going into that Spire. He does like the Spire play, and we said that in the last game, and he went for it, and it didn't work out for him, unfortunately. I feel as though PenguiN might just be looking to kill him with a similar sort of push as what we saw last time as well. Taking the lead from defending the 12 but without taking too much damage, really. Now puts him in a position where he's got a lot of roaches. Roach speed about to finish. +1 missile attack is about to finish as well. And PenguiN, he's got potential to push across this map. He really, really does, and he is going to start going for this right now. Going to go in towards the upper left-hand side and see what he can do. One Spine Crawler starting to build up, about halfway done. A second Spine Crawler starts to drop down as well. And one Spine immediately killed here, so Bly not really ready for this. The full energy Queens are taken down, so they're not going to be able to help either. Some Roaches targeting down that building Spine also. And +1 already in play, PenguiN is going to be able to push through this. And if PenguiN wins this, I think he's going to have a very good chance of just finishing this group in first place. I mean, taking down Bly, he's already taken down Semper 2-0. PenguiN will be on track to finish this group in first and go straight through into the round of 8 rather than having to play it in the round of 12. Roaches will pick off this third base, and as the third base goes down, we are going to be seeing +1 missiles from Bly, still not even here. He's just not going to be able to defend, and this is going to be a much faster end than the last game where PenguiN will just push straight on in, and I mean the Roach one will go down. Bly isn't even trying to make Mutalisk this time to try and recover a little bit as PenguiN pulls back, plays safe again, just waiting for those Brutals to disappear, picks up a few Roaches as he goes. I mean, now there's no Roach production available, so Bly has to make Mutalisk, I guess, as we're going to be seeing the Roaches pushing through. The +1 missile attack denied with 6 seconds left on it. I'm just going to be seeing the Roaches continue to push on through here as well. We're going to see the drones pulling on in, and we're just going to be seeing, again, too much here for PenguiN. He is going to be taking game number 2. It's a victory for him. Clean sim.